the start of February 2021 and we've got deliveries arriving already. It's only the first day. So let's see what we've got. We have a big cardboard box. I'm pretty sure I know what this is going to be. So let's have a crack here at opening this. I have got a few things on the go and I've kind of lost track of what they all are, so we'll find out. This looks like a Reboot IT box. Put my leather away because of these little air pack thingies they use. I'm going to have to take this off the desk and unload them off screen. It's all that box for some leads. And a little thingy like that somehow needed to be packed in a padded bag. That I think is a foot. This I think is probably a stand that goes on the foot. And somewhere here I've got a monitor. I'm pretty sure I ordered 2 of these, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, this is a Dell monitor and it's a Dell P190 SB. Why that's important? I use 2 of them up here and this one is dying. It keeps turning on and off when it gets hot. So yeah, anyway, I had ordered 2 of these, so I'm going to see where the other one is. But in the meantime, we'll see what else shows up. Alright, more stuff has arrived. Let's see what this one is. Again, I have lost track of things. It's been a really busy few days. I feel there's not much in the top section here, so we'll have a crack at this. Alright, let's see what we have here. Bubble wrap stuff. Oh, that one isn't going to come out real easy. Let's use a non-approved technique by putting the knife towards myself. These. This is stuff for the Land Rover. Alright. Or for rather the Land Rover ambulance. A few bits and bobs here. Alright, so we have a proper radiator cap that is the correct pressure. I replaced one a while ago and it's like half a pound higher or 2 pound higher or something. This is a 15 pound radiator cap. Awesome. That's a good news. We have heater and temperature control cable. 2 off. That's awesome. These are the push cables that are bent in the existing ambulance. Oh, I've got 2 radiator caps, by the way, because I've got 2 Land Rovers. In the ambulance, the cables are bent so that you can't control anything. To get it through roadworthy, we actually disconnected those cables and just manually turned the demister on so that when they positioned all the controls, it appeared to work. But we needed to get the roadworthy done. Now we've got time to fix it properly. We'll order the parts, including the control section here as well. This is the 2 knobs that attach to the cables, and this is the unit that goes in the dash. The one we've got is probably quite fine, except that these bits at the top are really wildly bent up. So yeah, we'll salvage the knobs off the existing one and put this guy in at some point. And these are the little flexible tubes which are shorter than I had envisaged, but they go to the ducting system. So yeah, anyway, we'll be able to fit them well enough. At the very least, from these I can get the diameter of that pipe and I can get something else that might do the job. Alright, more Land Rover bits have arrived. See what else is in the books. So another delivery has arrived. Now this might look like a familiar box if I can get it over here. This is another box. Now, funny story, this is the upper half of a consignment which you've already seen me open. Both these boxes left in the same oh, that was a bit of a hiss coming out of that. Both these boxes left the depot, or left their point of origin at the same time, in the same consignment, with the same printed labels, not handwritten. The difference is one of them got to me in 2 days. This one took a week because it went to Tasmania. It got put on a ship, taken across to Tasmania, scanned in at Launceston, and then shipped back to its point of origin, or at least the depot next door, and then shipped back here again. Somebody messed up. Now, I'm going to pop these protective layers. This is stuff you've seen before. Let's put this on the bed and put our pieces on the desk again. So we have one of these guys, which I'm getting sick of handling these things before they go into recycle. So I'm going to open that. We have 1 foot. Let's see what else we have. We had the obligatory leads. I don't know what I did with them. We've got a bracket. And we have the main monitor component, all of which you've probably seen before. This one actually looks decidedly clean and scratch free. This one's actually probably better than the one I just replaced. And it's well travelled. It's seen a good portion of the country at this point. So, that's good. But you've already seen these Dell P190S monitors assembled. So, this is going to be a spare one. I may at some point screw around with this 12 volt input and see what happens with that. But anyway, let's see what else shows up. This is another donation for the year. I thought it was going to be a quiet month. I said year, not month. So we have some military gear here. We have a wave meter, which I'm pretty sure was used for radio direction finding. And it is a serial 128, class C number 1, LP number 1. We have our diagram, our circuit schematic on the top here, and our indicator dial with good glass still, just a little yellowed, with all indicators, and the battery bay in here and various connections that we can shift. So that helps to change I'm pretty sure that's power supply. That'll give us the ability to change connections there fairly rapidly. And there's another auxiliary high tension connection there. So that is nice. We will relocate this out of the way and shut that latch properly. Now there's a few other things here. We're in the back of the ambulance because these are too big to go anywhere. We have ourselves a freestanding speaker with a shelf. This is a radio external speaker with a headgear output and a volume control. And it looks like there's a power connection too, so there's probably some preamplification in there too. We have here the radio that goes with that, and this has, like all military stuff, spare valves in. This is an AWA H7220 valve. I am not that familiar with the valves to know exactly what that one is, but that's clearly a transmit valve. This looks to have been a dual voltage one, suitable for running on batteries as well. I think plus and minus 6 volts and a minus 20. Then there's 290 and 175. I'm not sure if that's frequency taps or if that's voltage for input. It also has interchangeable crystals on here, so that is nice. At least it comes with a crystal. We can lock that up. Also, that came with a collection is a big, here this is an antenna tuning unit, an ATU, with a frequency from frequency aerial number 7. So what have we got here? 5820-99-949-3147. That's a serial number, probably not a frequency. Looks like frequency here is in our dial, and we've got a handle here for rapid frequency change, a little whizzy handle that folds up. It's nice. And then we've got antenna matching. So here, that's good, and there's a big mechanical switch halfway through that range. So I'm guessing there's 2 range settings in there. There's this little dial here, which I think might be something akin to a magic eye valve. I'm not sure. Obviously, you've got antenna out here. I'm not sure where antenna in is. That's the only issue. Perhaps it's in the back. It is. That's obviously antenna out. And there's a ground terminal there as well. So, interesting piece of gear, very military hardened as well, good stuff. Now there's one other thing we have before we're done here. This is something that I'm actually looking for. This is a 24 volt stove that's used in armoured vehicles, and this will work in the ambulance with the 24 volt connections, provided they get the right plugs. But it's pretty much like 24 volt slow cooker. Uses loads of current, but once I put that 100 amp alternator in, or generator rather, we won't have any problems. So this is something I've been looking for a very long time. It's nice that it's just landed on my desk. So, alright, we'll see you all when the next stuff shows up. Alright, well it's been a fairly quiet month and I've been busy. I've just noticed I've got some dirt on me. It's been a fairly quiet month for deliveries and donations. Largely because my budget's been a bit thin. I had quite a bit of money to spend the last few months, or the last year or so. And I've ordered and done most of the things I needed to do. So this is from China and it's a forgotten order, so I'm not sure what this actually was. It's taken months to get here, whatever it is. Oh, wow, okay. These are body clips. Body clips for the wife's Jeep. I reversed up the driveway the other day, and actually no, 3 months ago now, and the exhaust on my military Land Rover collided with the front quarter panel of her 2012 Jeep and tore the entire quarter panel off with no damage to the Land Rover. So these are body clips to help put that back on. Alright, that is good. So let's move on and see what else shows up, if anything. What are we? We're like the 19th of the month. We've still got like 10 days, so we'll see what happens. Alright, some more deliveries have arrived. This one's a delivery. Still got the plastic on it too. So this is a 7-port hub, I think. USB 3, yeah, 7-port USB 3 hub. This guy with a 4 amp power supply. I'm not sure where the external supply is, but anyway, that one is going to replace this one over here on my desk. And I'm sorry if the motion stabilization makes it look a bit funky there. This one's from J-Car. Many of my things. I know it does actually have a 4 amp supply. It's got funky pins on it. Oh, it's got the Australian adapter. So that, yeah, 5 volt, 4 amp. Okay. That is 4 amps. I'll get this guy and plug that in here too. Have a look. I'm going to take a little bit more time with this because I know it's a quiet month. So somewhere along here I would expect there to be a power socket. There is right there. Alright, cool. This feels like it's got an aluminium tube for a body. That's alright. So that'll be good. Alright, so that's our new hub. Now, while I was down at J-Car, my local J-Car store, they are quite happy with the fact that I give them a few plugs every now and then on my channel. So I've been given a donation of a J-Car mug. I'm going to have to find a way to actually put their actual store logo or store name on here. But for the time being, I'm going to stick it on the bottom of the screen here. So you guys will see how to get to the exact store that support me. So I'm quite happy to support them. They're going gangbusters at the moment. They moved to a bigger store, and actually they're doing quite a decent job. There's a lot of customers in there now, so I'm always happy to see a business thrive like that. So that one will probably pop up in the background of some of my videos soon. Primarily the one about one of the other donations where I've got that boiling vessel. So for the moment, it's going to go safely in here so I don't lose it. But let's move on and see what else we get. Alright, we have had some more deliveries arrive, or it's actually donations this time. So what have we got for our first donation? Well, the next donation, we have micro switches, multiples of. These are J-Car branded ones that have been sitting around a long time. So we have a number of these. These are long arm micro switches. These actually might be kind of handy for upgrading my printer. I am going to upgrade a 3D printer fairly soon, so they might be handy, and they'll click nicely. All right, good stuff. Now, Bit of a special donation here. Got a couple of genuine opals. Now, my my senior consultant, aka my mother, has actually been taking note of some of the jewellery that I've made and has brought me some genuine opals. They're sort of rough, rubs a bit, but they're still very nice little opals. And genuine. It's a bit sticky on the back, but that's fair enough. We can work with that. But that is quite nice. And genuine opals instead of synthetic ones. So, yeah, I was looking at buying like an opal triplet, being close to a real opal, but these are actually the real deal. Not quite as lustrous as the synthetic ones, but also they're not the most expensive opal either, but they're still very nice looking. So I think I can probably do something with these. Alright, well, I'll drop the lid on the floor. I'll pick that up in a minute. But yeah, that was quite unexpected. I didn't expect to see these. So I think we're going to have to do something special with these. Anyway, let's see what else we get. Some more deliveries have arrived. Namely, something from China. I was going to make some witty remark, but I don't think I could phrase myself in a way that didn't sound racist inadvertently. So I'll try to avoid that, and I also can't find my scissors. So let's see what is in this generic parcel from another country. So, although from what I have been told about Chinese culture, I don't know this from first-hand knowledge, that there is a pretty racist sort of culture in China, so I have to say that I probably, being there as a foreigner, I might not be afforded the same consideration. But anyway, these are nicely made B&C extenders. So we've got 4 of those guys. That's nice. Well, the guy that wants these, he doesn't want them. I think I'll use them. They look good. Alright, well, we've got a few other things. Let's go through them. We have some TL0610 battery terminals, a packet of 10 of them. That will be handy for that the battery connections that I'm making to test that boiling vessel. I had to yawn inadvertently. One of the side effects since I've developed brain lesions is that I yawn sometimes in the middle of a sentence that I intensely want to finish. It is quite frustrating. The other thing I've got here is some decent cable. This is about 6mm of copper inside all of this stuff. So this is some nice double insulated cable. That again is going to be a test lead for my boiling vessel. So I'm sure there's probably going to be a few more things show up. How many days before the end of the month do we have? We've got 4 days left before the end of the month. So be interesting to see. We have another delivery. This one's from Core Electronics and shockingly fast. It's shipped to a rural area in 2 days, and this is the 2nd day, not it's the morning of the 3rd day. This is wow. I'm always impressed by these guys. It's why I keep ordering from them, and the prices are actually pretty competitive. Alright, so there's my delivery docket. There's my little Core Electronics reward thingy card. I don't know what that is. Anyway, I'm interested in this stuff because I want to use it. Okay, not only have they bubble wrapped it, they've secured it to the inside of the box with some tape. So nobody can really complain about their shipping, except for the fact that I just dropped half of it on the floor. But that was me. Where is it? Okay, so what have we got? We've got an official USB-C power supply, so a Raspberry Pi one. We have a fan shim for a Raspberry Pi. I'm going to open this and have a look at it. I'm not entirely sure what these look like. It's the fan shim and fan as well. So that is, oh, so that goes over like the GPIO, solders on and you put the fan on there. Alright, that is actually going to be nice. And there's another little nuts and bolts for it as well. Sorry about the background noise, guys. It's lawn mowing day today, and our contractor's here doing the mowing, so you're going to have to deal with that, just like I am. Alright, let's see what else we've got in here. Well, stuck to the tape, we have a USB inline, or USB-C inline switch. Nifty. A Core Electronics business card. Oh, no, Raspberry Pi pin out. Oh, so it's Core Electronics with a Raspberry Pi GPIO pin out on the back of the card. That's some smart marketing, because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put that up with my other business cards. I'm going to use that a lot. So, it's like when I did my business cards and I put measuring tape down the side. There's another fan shim and another official supply. I got two of everything in here. Alright. There is another inline USB-C switch. Notifications happening at the moment. This is a Raspberry Pi Noobs in a card adapter. Two of them. You know, I probably could have put these on the cards and stuff, but you know, it's just easier. It was like an extra like $5 or something. So, oh, here we go. These are weighty. I decided to buy some decent Raspberry Pi cases. So let's see what one of these looks like. Because the official Pi cases aren't real good at cooling, and they're not really that convenient. This feels like it's cast aluminium. Oh wow. This is, the bottom is plastic. The top here is, yeah, it is. It's cast aluminium. Wow. Okay. Oh, and there's like a little bonnet. Oh, that's a magnetic case lid. Oh, wow. I didn't know that when I ordered it. Oh, and a heatsink kit. And the GPIO on the side. Okay, guys, definitely get yourselves one of these things. If you're doing anything with a Raspberry Pi, this is exactly what I would have done if I made one of these. And it's got a Pi camera mount on here as well. Wow, I think, yeah, wow. That is some good stuff. Okay, I'm very, very happy with those. Well worth the money. They weren't actually too expensive at all. Alright, what else have we got? Micro HDMI to HDMI leads, 2 off. Because these things use micro HDMI. And no, I'm not running multi-displays on them, but I am going to, I need to at least have one display. These new boxes are like tamper evident or something. They glue them shut. But here's our Raspberry Pi 4. This is the 4 gig model, because I have to start being a little more careful with my money. The 8 gig model was considerably higher. And these are pretty much just going to work as either a media center or a file server, not a desktop computer. So the extra 4 gig of RAM probably wasn't going to get utilized all that much. But it's good stuff. I'm just going to go back to this case though. This is actually a great idea. I think this is friggin' excellent. It's like, reminds me of the old XT computers with the bonnet and the little strut under them, like a vehicle bonnet. It almost hinges like that. And this, yeah, exposes all the ports and everything. This is actually like an excellent case. In fact, they've got little contact pads here for the major chips. So yeah, this might make quite a hardy little file server. I'm very impressed. Alright, I'm sure there'll be more stuff. I don't know. What have we got? We've got like 2 days left in the month. 3 days nearly. We'll see what else shows up. Alright, well, it's the last Friday of February, so that means that there's going to be no more post for a couple of days, so that means that this is probably the last delivery for the month. I think it's a duplicate of one we pretty well received earlier. I think it probably is. Let's have a look. See what the last delivery of the month is. If we can get in here. I'm also, I have the Geiger counter running here. I'm starting to look at gamma radiation and solar flare activity, because I'm planning something for the more distant future that maybe I might go and see the Aurora Australis. Yes, these are the other components. I ordered 8 of these and only 4 showed up. These are the other 4 that have showed up. These are B&C extension cables for extending cameras. That will be good. So, now background radiation is looking within pretty normal levels. So, that's about it for the month. I hope it was interesting. Might not be, these videos don't tend to attract a lot of attention. But it's worth noting that I've got a call coming in. Alright, the phone call I got in the middle of filming has completely messed me up. I'm not sure what I was saying. It was worth noting. But, yes, it is worth noting. I have 600 subscribers now. For some strange reason, 600 of you seem to want to watch this stuff. Now, I'm trying actually quite hard not to get popular. Unlike Tinkerman Mick, who is trying to generate an income. So yeah, if you are interested in that sort of stuff, get on and see Tinkerman Mick. He's well over 2,000 subs now. We started our channels at the same time, so he's doing pretty well for himself. Me, I consider fame to be a bit of a curse, so yeah. And in any case, I'll see you all in the next month. All 600 of you, maybe 5 of you might watch the video. We'll see you all next time. Have some fun.